again, we're back and we're going to be talking about what's going on in our community and also to your wife. I know she said she'll be on with us. She's going to be on our Skype. And let's talk about your story, your love story. I know you said that you might forget something because your wife is not here, but now you're here.
Well, let me just say this here. For those of you that don't know, actually we met on a Christian Filipino website, and it was sort of love at first sight. And I just like to say that, it's so beautiful to meet the love of your life. You have all these different women with different profiles on this Filipino website, and it's not hard to choose from. It's just sometimes it's difficult to see who's real and who's actually being pretentious on there. Mm-hmm. You see, but what I've discovered is that I've actually encountered the magnificence of a adorable, magnificent, incredible woman who has one of the most compassionate souls and hearts that if I needed her to lay down on a puddle of water for me to walk over, that's the type of woman that I have. And reverse, I will do the same thing for her.
That's a long, lovely story.
It's a beautiful, long story.
And yeah, I know we talked about that last 2 weeks ago, that how you guys met, how the love start, and you guys went through the needle. And I believe, is that the last interview that you guys will have at the immigration? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about that. Arielle Dimano, you're watching right now. Thank you. Yes, the immigration. You said that you almost to tell to the officer, and I know you did tell him that, can I just bring her back in here, and I want to show you that this is not fake. This is a real marriage, that I love her and she loves me. This is not just she's getting a green card.
Well, the thing of it is love, when it's real and it's pure and it's true, is unrehearsed. And whatever happens, it happens because it's the triggers of emotional love that's on the inside of you that allows you to act in the manner that you act. Because we as humans, and we're all a human, we meet women, we meet men. Mm-hmm. Some pretentious, some real. But as time progresses, you realize if this is in fact a good fit for you, or if it isn't.
So when the officer said, we will send you a letter, how do you feel about that after the interview? I know you said that you feel sad when you come out because he thinks you're just, lying or, making up, that, you're just helping this lady to get the green card.
Well, actually what I said is I felt, down and depressed more so for her than for myself, because she's been here in the United States for 8 years and she's been working hard to prove that she deserves to be a U.S. citizen. And can you imagine when somebody look at you, they're not really looking at you, they looking down on you as if though you're a liar, you're just here to get her a green card. You and I both know that you're not in love. Folks, have you ever been put in a position to where you feel as if though you know that you love this person with everything in you, but when someone look upon you and the questions that they ask, it makes you feel as if though we're not even real. We're not even going through something that's meaningful to my wife and I. So to answer your question, to put it, boldly, yes, to this day, I am still emotionally distraught because we're still waiting for the results in the mail. So,
is that the last interview that you guys gonna have, or there's another interview?
See, this is my first time going through this, so I realistically and honestly can't answer that question because I don't know. However, whatever the task may be, I'm in there until the end. So whatever it takes, let's make it happen.
Well, at least I think you prove it with her that everything is real, everything is coming true, that this is a real marriage, that this is not a fixed marriage.
It's not pretentious at all, because when it's real, people can see it. If it's pretentious, people can see it. It's just like when we walk down the road. Arielle, I don't know if you ever experienced it, but have you ever walked down the road in public and you held hands, and just for that brief moment, you stopped, and the only person that existed on the street, and I'm speaking of Las Vegas, Nevada, for those of you that don't know, we walk on the Strip, and it's people from all over the world walking on the Strip, and we stopped for a moment, and people had to walk around us. And we gazed into each other's eyes as if though we were the only two that was on that sidewalk. And we planted a compassionate love kiss on each other's lip. Probably lasted forever.
Yucks. I will
No,
say
that's
if I
not
see you
yuck.
guys- If I see you guys, hey, go get the hotel. Why in the middle of the road?
But love make you do incredible things, especially, again, allow me to reiterate, when it's real. But if it's pretentious, then you can rest assured you can count on the people just walking in a straight line, and sometimes very seldomly even looking at each other.
True, but I think when you're married also for such a long time, or you're together for such a long time, the compassionate or feelings, it's just like normal. It's not like almost every day that you just met each other. That's why I think relationships are falling apart to that situation, because man and woman work so hard just to survive or to make a living. So I think that's when the relationship fails sometimes.
But how can we make the relationship not fail? Easy. Sometimes you have to go back to basics, Arielle. And basics is treat her in the latter part of the relationship like you treated her when you initiated her or his acquaintance. Sometimes you have to go out on dates. Sometimes you have to be boyfriend and girlfriends again. Sometimes you have to, get on his knees or get on her knees and wash her feet, wash his feet. Sometimes we have to break the monotony of what is ordinarily said. Well, I've been in a relationship for 10 years and we just don't do this and we just don't do that no more. But let me ask you this, Arielle. Is it both the man and the woman that feels that way, or is it one or the other? Because one person definitely wants to rekindle that love that they once had when they first became interested in each other.
I don't know. I think it's vice versa.
Okay.
I think, but well, we already said about why the relationship fails. Of course, yes, absolutely. That man or a woman should put it together back again so that they can feel love again. That the relationship will not be falling apart.
In a relationship, the man and the woman seldomly sit back, and the wife may be in the living room or in the kitchen, and the husband may be in the living room, and going through their minds, one is thinking, wow, I wish this was like it used to be. I miss the compassion and the love of my husband. I miss the love and the compassion of my wife. So the thing of it is, but it takes that one somebody to initiate that conversation that we used to have, because a lot of relationships are failing, area because there's no communication anymore. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's true. Number one is communication, and I think physically, together. Because without no physically together and communication, I think relationship will not work.
And 9 out of 10, a lot of relationships have failed because of that.
Well, I guess your wife is still busy, and Marianne, if you're not busy, I know you said you're going to be watching and you're going to be part of that. So call us, go to Skype, WCOBM, Vegas@gmail.com. I know you have that already. I want to see if we can continue later about what's going on in our community. Coming soon, a lot of events, from spring breaks to Federation, our Lions Club. We're going to have the Lions Club pretty soon. But anyway, we'll be right back. This is Arielle.
This is Stanley.